Hello and welcome to the county ground where the Swoodilypoopers are now down to 6th, clinging to a place in the playoffs as it stands, but we just need to go on a good run here, and I think this is the game to start it. We're at home. We have the supporters behind us. The scarves are in the air. Merrick, and Bostock are starting in center midfield. We've got Fireball Wilson Groberts out on the wing. We have our Gingers in the back. I think now is our time. It's against Reading. I believe we can do this. They're good at reading, but we're good at football. Okay, come on, boys. Today I'm going to talk. Someone left a very disaster. That really could not have started worse. I don't know what to do about our form of late, my friends. It's hot in the office, just kind of cranky, and just this is disastrous. This is not the form I want to be on. We've got to win this game. We can do this. We can do it. I want to talk about how to get over stuff like that goal. But someone left a very nice and kind of heart-wrenching comment about it, how or whether they'll ever get over, whether I think they'll ever get over being cheated on. The answer is yes. I mean, you know, it may shape you moving forward, but that's not quite the same thing as not getting over something, or not. Are you freaking kidding me? Actually, maybe you won't ever get over it. Oh, thank God he skied it. I hope that he did that as a fair play thing because he knows how completely unjust that penalty was, but regardless, I am grateful. So you will get over it, in the sense that, you know, your life will move on and you'll look back on it and it won't be the central event in your life the way that it is now, or like the central emotional event in your life the way it is now. But that's not quite the same thing as it not changing you or affecting you. But I think when we say will I ever get over it, what we really mean is will I ever experience happiness and fulfillment again? And the answer to that, is absolutely 100%. Yes, yes, yes! He's big, he's tough, he has a brilliant puff. Other John Green. That is the kind of goal that Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers need to get back involved in the race for the championship title. Okay, here we go. Yeah, things can change you and affect you, but that doesn't mean that you are not going to have great joy and pleasure in your life. And you know, the thing about the future is that while it is laid out there in front of you, it is really very difficult to think about in any meaningful way. I remember when I had a really unfortunate breakup in my 20s. I remember my mom saying to me, you're going to look back on this and it's going to be one. I've told this story in a Swoodilypoopers video before, but whatever. I've made 300 of these things. She was like, you're going to look back on this and it's going to be one of the best things that ever happened to you. And that was true. And it is, you know, it probably is true. It's probably one of the best things that ever happened for me and for the person I was dating at the time. But that doesn't matter because it wasn't helpful then to know that because I couldn't believe it. It didn't matter in the moment, because, what a great block. What a great block by Ginger Rampage. They said he wasn't worth $1 million, but that was $1 million block. Kept us in the game, kept it 1-1. This is what, Ginger Rampage is going to get it, don't worry. So I think, it's not really helpful to know that because the future is not helpful because you can't imagine it with any kind of complexity because you know it could go one of a gajillion different ways, and so being saying, well, this is gonna feel better someday is not that comforting because I'm not that concerned about someday. My big concern is today. You know, I got to get through today before I can be worried about this eternal someday that everyone keeps talking about. And I think that's why ultimately you just have to let yourself feel this is going to sound like my shrink, but I'm going to say it. You have to let yourself feel the feeling. That is the only way to get through. Oh, the disappointment is palpable. That is the only way to get through the feeling is to allow yourself to feel it. And obviously, if you're experiencing complicated grief, whether it's because of you know, the death of someone you care about, or the end of a relationship, or the difficulties with a friend, or whatever it is, if you're experiencing complicated grief, then you need to be, you know, you need to like take that seriously and go to mental health professionals and counselors, and whether it's at your school or through your oh God. Green eggs and green eggs and green eggs at Foderingham! Oh, he is an ensign. By the way, he came back to me and he was like, I want to just talk about my contract again. And I was like, man, you are the most high maintenance player I have ever had. However, you are extremely good at your job, so I'm going to keep chatting with you. And we are going to work something out, buddy, because you are a guaranteed true blue winner. Speaking of winners, dang it! I know I need to do something other than pass to the middle, pass to the middle, pass to the middle, but like that's how you score in FIFA 13. Either that or through balls on the counterattack, which I can't get any of because I'm never counterattacking anymore. All right, it's 1-1. This is an absolutely massive second half. We need 3 points, and we need it very, very badly. So we've got to find a way to score. Right, so it was, you know, the truth is there is very, one of the characters says this in Paper Towns, and I genuinely believe it, unlike most of the things that characters say in my books. Everything is survivable except for the last thing. Like, everything, you know, you can get through, but the only way through is to live with it and to live in it and to like let yourself experience whatever it is. And oh God, track it down, track it down, track it down. Patience, patience, patience. It's out of bounds. So I think it absolutely, you can get, you know, you can get over getting cheated on. You can get over all kinds of betrayal, and you can get over all kinds of guilt too if you're on the other end of that stick. And it isn't going to define the rest of your life. It doesn't have to define the rest of your life. It may be part of the rest of your life, but it doesn't have to be kind of like the central part of it. But you're going to have to feel the feelings. Come on! Oh, how is that not a foul? I mean, seriously, he pulled him. It was so unambiguous. There was an actual physical pull, and Leroy Williamson was unable to go on. And that is a foul. That is against the rules. There are rules in soccer. The whole reason this is a pleasurable game to watch and play is because unlike actual human life, there is order amid the chaos in this game. Oh, I am annoyed. There we go. Oh, Leroy Williamson, get the ball on the net. All right. 66 minutes. I think that we need to have a serious discussion about the squad right now. Where are we weak? We're weak in the middle. We're slow in the middle. I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox. I'm gonna bring on Mr. Bean. He's only 63 skill level, but I like him as a person, and I don't think you can overestimate that. I'm also gonna bring on, we call him Bob, because, you know, we call him Bob. Some people will say like, oh, you need to bring on Lionel Richie, but I think I'm going to save my last substitution for just in case. But I think this is a winnable game with Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is not, he's a little bit like FIFA 11 Leroy Williamson, where he just is so committed to his club that his lack of skill level is almost irrelevant. Not all the way irrelevant, but it's less relevant. Just pass it to me. Pass it. Oh, would have been easier to score if you just passed it to me. But I'll try this way. All right. Go, 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 go. Don't give up on your run. Yikes. No. That's a great tackle. Crunching from Ginger McShane. McShane, what the heck are you doing? What in... Oh, everything worked out better than expected. But I hope that there's some comfort in knowing that it can be gotten through. I found in my own times of grief and anger about this stuff, I've often found that there's a kind of that it's helpful and somehow sort of easier to survive it just knowing that it's okay to feel sad, like allowing yourself that the time that you need to be really, really, really sad and angry and hurt, and not to feel like it's somehow a character weakness to be sad or angry or hurt, or like there's something wrong with you for not having like dealt with this and gotten through it or whatever, because that's just not how emotion works. You don't, it's not something that happens overnight. Oh, I know none of you watch this for the results, but I play it for the results. Everyone's like, we don't care if you win, just as long as you play hard. Shut up! I want to win. I definitely don't want to lose. Okay, all right. We're gonna have one last. Is this going to be one of those games, one of those Swoodilypoopin games, where we play like the old FIFA 11 Swoodilypoopers and we score with the last kick of the game? Could it be that we have one of those games this time around, that the FIFA 13 Swoodilypoopers also have that kind of courage? Mr. Bean! Go! He was offside! Oh, he was offside. Oh, Mr. Bean couldn't get a clear shot at goal. It was blocked by hands, but that's not against the rules if you're my opponent, because the referees, I don't want to say that they're completely biased against me, but they are in fact completely biased against me. It looks like a 1-1 draw, but is there perhaps time for a miracle? Not likely. It looks very much like a 1-1 draw at this point, and possibly that if anyone's going to score, it's going to be Reading. Okay. I just don't feel like we've come together as a club quite enough yet. That almost went in the goal. That would have been very disappointing. What is the point of a point? We need 3 points at a time. I'm tired of seeing you guys happy. Oh, they are going to get a dressing down in the dressing room. Best wishes.